Good morning, guys. How are you doing? Happy Saturday. Hope you're all doing well. Sunny day in Dublin here today, and hope it's nice where you are too. Yeah, it's been. I feel like this week has flown. I feel like it was only yesterday we were back here on the mat, but I'm ready to go again anyway. So. Yeah, the plan today is we're going to do a nice long ease into it. I think I need a bit of a stretch, and yeah, we'll just ease ourselves into it, and then a little bit of a burner more towards the second half of the session. But yeah, hope everyone's keeping well. Okay, let's get going. Okay, I'm going to start with just a little warm up and jogging on the spot. Nice and easy. You know, Kira McCluskey has already done a lap of the Phoenix Park, probably before 8 a.m. She's some woman. And then she's on again this morning, so super mom. Well done. I'm just going to go real easy into this now, so just light jog on the spot. I'm going to get a bit of a stretch on my shoulders as well, so coming up to that kind of fork shape and really open up the chest, stretch the arms, elbows back, and then reach them up high, and keep jogging. Just turning on those arms. Has anyone else been out running this morning or walking? Just getting a bit of fresh air. Is anyone doing their class outside this morning? I think we're finally getting to that point, maybe. Like Anya, an extra jumper or two. Okay, we're going to go back to bicep curls. Keep jogging. Working those guns. Okay, and now high knees. So really get those knees up to hip height. Hot. Imagine you're on hot coals on the toes. Good job. Start to turn on that core. Now switch into bum kicks. So keep the knees pointing downwards. Stretch in the front of the leg, in the front hip. Back to high knees. Hot, 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 hot. Back to jogging. Okay. Finally, we're going to jumping jacks. We're going for 20. So star jumps or jumping jacks. Wave those arms nice and tall. Whew. 10. And down. Whew. Last week I forgot to get my water bottle. And this week again I forgot to get my water bottle. But hopefully I have a bit of a handy water to hand, so you might need it halfway. Okay. Jeez, that's got me going. Okay, so we're going to start with a bit of a stretch. My setup's not great today, is it? Okay, we're going to start with a bit of a stretch. Too tall for the setup. Okay, so come to the end of your mat. And again, like last week, we're going to go for downward dog to high plank. So we're going to move between the two exercises. So starting at the end of your mat, you're going to bend from the hips, get that stretch in the hamstrings, just nice and slowly coming down, and then just let it all fall. So get nice and loose. You can even cradle your arms and just rock into that a little bit. Okay. You're waking up those hamstrings. Okay, from here, I'm going to put the hands down onto the mat, And just try and keep the legs straight and just walk out to a high plank. So here we're going to switch everything on. So you've got your hands wide out shoulder width apart. You've got a big broad chest, big strong chest. And tuck your hips towards your rib cage. So you're tucking that tailbone under, bringing those or the hip bones towards your ribs. You're really switching everything on. Again, big broad chest. Turning on those legs as well. Squeeze the legs. Hold. Okay, and from here, think about your tailbone first. Lifting up to the sky. Bringing that tailbone up to the ceiling. Bring it into a nice upside down V. And then feel the chest between the shoulders. You can pulse into that and get that stretch in your back. The backs of the legs. Nice job. Okay, and from here back to plank. So you're lifting up back into plank position. Again, bring that weight, they're coming into your shoulders. You've got a nice big broad chest. Comfortable there. If you find the high plank too much, you can just drop onto your knees and then come back up for when we move into downward dog. So back to downward dog now. Point that tailbone up. So really get that stretch in the back. And do one more. So okay, back to plank now. Rolling up. Lift that chest. Big and wide, big and strong. Maybe feel a little shake in the arms. Okay, we won't hold it too long. We're going to go again. Last downward dog. So raise up those hips. Point that tailbone. Feel that stretch in the back of the legs. Lovely. Nice job here. Okay. Back to plank. Okay, and we're just going to drop onto the knees. Come off the hands just for a little quick rest. And then we're going to move into the world's greatest stretch, so really stretching out the hips. Okay, so back into that plank position. We won't hold it long. We're going to bring your left foot up beside your left hand. So a nice big lunge forward. If you can, keep that back leg straight, or you can have a light bend in your knee if you need to. And then with your elbow, you're just going to push out the knee for 6. So you're using your elbow just to pulse out the knee. Get that stretch in the groin on the inner leg. 5, 6. And then from here, bring that elbow down to your heel. And then up and around. Bring that chest to the opposite wall. You've got that stretch all the way down your leg. We're going to do that for 6. And 6. Nice job. Back to center. Okay, and we're going to move, lunge with the right leg up to the right hand. You might find you're tighter one side than the other. Just pulse that out nice, lightly. Nothing shouldn't hurt, just a little stretch. Pulse the knee out for 6 with your elbow. 5, 6. And then elbow to your heel. I'll tell you, I can't actually reach my heel, but you get the idea. Some of you might be a lot more flexible than me. Stretch that chest around. It's about bringing the chest around and getting that stretch in your back. 2 more. Excellent. And back to center. Leg back. Nice strong plank. And then knees. Come up to sitting. Whew. I think I need to turn off the heating in there. 2 seconds. Okay. We're coming back to our plank. And these are kind of a series. We're just going to do a bit of activation and then come to our standing exercises. That'll be a bit more strength focused. So we're going to do 2 rounds of these 3 exercises. Okay, so we're doing lots of single leg and side lying work today. So if you can come onto your side, and you're going to go, I'm going to stay flat on the mat, so my body's along the mat and I have my hips stacked. And now, so my feet are one on top of the other, but you want to bring your big toe of the top foot, big toe of the top foot into almost the crevice of your bottom foot. So the arch of your bottom foot. So bring your big toe back behind and let it sit in the arch of the foot on the floor. So I hope that makes sense. So your top leg is just slightly behind the back leg, and we're going to do some leg lifts. So we're aiming to really switch on the glute here. So you don't want to feel it in the side of your hip. So if you're feeling it in the side of your hip, you just move your foot back a bit more. You want to feel it in your glute, in your bum. I'm just turning that on this morning. It's not too hard. Just trying to get that squeeze. Keep the leg engaged, so fire up the quad as well. You've got a nice straight leg. Almost feel like you're leading with your heel as well. So we're trying to move that work away from the hip and into the butt. And keep going with this for a little bit. Really good work. When the leg gets heavier. Okay, and then on the next one we're going to hold it up there. So hold. Now point the toe. Again, you want to be slightly behind. The foot is slightly behind the hip, so you're extending backwards. Then we're going to draw a little circle on the wall. So with your big toe, imagine you're pointing your big toe and you're just drawing a little circle on the wall. Again, make sure you're feeling it in the glutes and not the hip. Don't let the hips roll forward too much or roll back. Just try and keep them nice and stacked. Okay, and then change direction. Seven, 8, 9, 10, and back to center. Whew. Okay, we're going to do that on the other side. So again, just stacking everything up nice and straight. And imagine, so you go from feet to stacked to bring that top foot back. So it kind of sits in the crescent of your bottom foot. Okay, and from here, like push your hips forward. Make sure you're using your glutes for full extension in your hip. Up and down. Nice job. Just turning on the glutes. And a nice restful start to our session. It's very windy here today. So loud coming down our chimney. Okay, and from here, point the toe, draw a small circle with the big toe. Imagine you're trying to draw it on that wall. Again, keeping that leg back behind you. And change direction. Small circles, feel it in your glute. Good job. And down. Whew. Well done. Okay, next up we're just going for a side plank. So you can either go side plank on your knees, but you want to get a straight line from your knee to your hip to your shoulder. Or if you're comfortable with it, you can go from your feet, up on your feet and on your elbow. Okay, So you're ready. We're going to do straight side plank. Ready, go. Okay, so what we want is to really lift the hips up. Okay, now squeeze the glutes. So you're activating those glutes, they're turned on. You can either lift your arm up if you want, but what you're aiming is to get a nice straight line across your chest. So it comes from your elbow to your shoulder to across the other shoulder. It's a nice vertical line stacked. Well done. Feel a little tremble. Feel free to just drop and then come back into it, whatever you're comfortable with. And push it out a little bit. Well done. Really lift those hips, lift those hips. Don't let them fall. You're holding it up for everybody else. Ready, 3, 2, 1. And down and change. Okay, slide lying plank. Okay, you ready? We're going to reposition again. Feel free to go your knees or your hips. We're going to lift it up. Really check in with yourself now. Are you lifting your hips up? Are you pulling in that lower core? Feel that belly button. Just hold it all fully engaged. If you've got a nice vertical chest, good straight line from the elbow to the shoulder to the hand if you want. Keep your hand up. Squeeze the glutes through now as well. You got a good extension in your hip. Feel that little shake coming into it. Feel free to drop and then come back up. Or just drop and take your break. We're going to go for 10 seconds. And down. Whew, nice one. Okay, last exercise on the mat is a hip opener that we did I think last week as well. I found I felt much better after doing it, so we're gonna do it again. Okay, so we're gonna come into all fours and we're going from horse kicks to fire hydrants. So starts off all fours, knees below your hips, wrists below your shoulders. You're going to kick, so keep that 90-degree angle at your knee. And you're going to lift that heel up to the ceiling. Engage in that core as well. Want a nice flat back and try and separate the movement from your back. So we're going to go up and now come back to center. And the second part of the movement is to go vertically, kind of laterally out. So you're bringing the knee out in a straight line to the side. So it's called fire hydrant, kind of like how a dog would take a leak, which I know is lovely. Okay, so we're going to bring those two movements together. So we're going from horse kick to out to the side, horse kick, out to the side. Well done. I'm kicking my chair. Again, you're trying to keep a flat back for this as well. So try not to arch that lower back, especially as the leg comes up. Really using the glute to get that movement. And the hamstring. Okay, go for 3, 2, 1. We're going to go change legs. We're going to go straight into both of them. So horse kick to the side, horse kick to the side. And just move through that motion. Try and keep that lower back flat. Pull that belly button in towards the spine. Nice flat lower back. So you're using your core as well. Good morning, Wexford. It's fun. Good morning. Don't worry, you haven't missed too much. We're going to run through this one more time. Okay, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Okay, we're going to run through that one a little bit quicker now this time. So we're starting with side lying leg lifts. So getting back to the side on your side on the mat, feet stacked, but then drop the top foot back a bit, and we're going for those leg lifts. Really see, can you have a little lift in your oblique as well? So you're trying to keep a nice neutral pelvis. And try and feel that now in your glute. Can either point the toe or point the heel. 3, 2, 1, and we're going for leg circles. So point that toe and draw those little circles on the wall. Well done. Feel like you're almost rotating that leg as well, outwardly. It's got like external rotation in the quad and the knee. And change direction. Well done. 3, 2, 1, and back. Woo. Change sides. Good job. Okay, so we're going for those leg lifts again. Top foot back a bit. Again, feel like you're turning that knee outwards. Leg stays straight, but you're rotating the leg in the socket just to open up that knee. Rotate it round. You should be able to feel that a little bit more in your glute then as well. Okay, now point that toe away. We're going for those leg circles, so foot at about hip height. Point that toe, draw that little mini circle on the wall, feel it in the glute. And change direction. Eight, 9, 10. Whew. Okay, we go straight into side lying plank. So again, you can go on your knees or go on your feet. Most important that you have a nice straight line. Okay, ready, go. Got that straight line from your shoulder to your hip, to your feet, or to your knees. Lift those hips up and now squeeze the glutes through as well. Okay, so it should give you a bit of a different feeling. You've got to squeeze those glutes and lift those hips. Chest tall. Nice and wide. Show me your Sanctuary Runners logo. Well done. Lift those hips. Nice. Okay, and down. Change sides. Well done. Again, same position. Side plank. Lift those hips. Make sure they're nice and stacked, one on top of the other. Squeeze those glutes, push them through. And then show that Sanctuary Runner's crest to the camera. Well done. Got that squeeze on the glutes, push them through. Go for 10, 9, 8, lift those hips, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Okay, and now into our last one on the mat. We're going for the horse kicks to fire hydrants. So real hip mobility. And before we start, gonna try and feel like you're rotating those hips. So you're lifting the hip bone towards the rib so that that really flattens out your back. So you go from a lower arch to a nice flat back. You're going to try and hold that position with the belly button through this exercise. So we go for horse kick, fire hydrant, horse kick, fire hydrant. There you go, well done. Really getting that mobility. Trying to use the glute as well. Hamstring and the core. Using it all. Well done. Okay. Change legs. Really put some power into that kick. So you're going with a nice bit of tempo. But again, don't lose that position in your back. Nice job. Go for 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Okay, nice job. That should have everything nice and switched on. So if you want to grab a drink, and then we're going to go into some of our standing exercises. Okay. Whew. Actually, I'm probably better going sideways. Okay. Okay, for the next one, we are going for a split squat. So now that all those glutes are turned on and your core and everything else, you'll be well able for these split squat and lunges. We're all switched on. Okay, so from the back of our mat, we are going to go extend right leg away first. And you want to get it enough of a gap between your 2 feet that you've got a 90-degree angle when you drop down. Okay? And as we do this, we're going to go feel like you're pushing that front knee outwards, really engaging the glute. We're going to drop and we're going for split squats. So we're not going to make any steps, we're just going to come up and down in that movement. Really focusing on keeping that knee pushing out. Imagine an invisible wall alongside that knee. You're really pushing into it. Get that stability the whole way up. Up nice and tall. Nice and slowly as well. So you've got real controlled movement. Nice job. Whew. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. And we're going to change legs. Going back with the other leg. Again, make sure you've got that right angle when you drop down on both knees. Imagine that invisible wall alongside that front leg. Push that knee into it. Good job. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Whew, there we go. Okay. Now we're going to move straight into reverse lunge. So on a similar position, but you're starting from the front of your mat. You're going to move back on one leg. So step back behind you, drop, come forward, back to center. I'm going to do one leg at a time, so really focus on it. Well done. Is everybody all set for St. Patrick's Day on Wednesday? Not quite, I'd say. For those working, I suppose it might be a day off, I don't know. Maybe not a St. Patrick's parade, but I don't know, you could watch an Irish movie. If anyone has any recommendations, what's a good St. Patrick's Day movie? Keep going on that same leg, and you're going to really try and do that same thing of pushing that knee out to the side. 2 more. And 1. And then again, we're going opposite leg, same thing, just change legs. No parade. I wonder if they're doing a virtual parade for Wednesday. No doubt that the city councils around the country are doing something. Be worth checking out. What should we organise, huh? A St. Patrick's Day run. Okay. Keep that knee out. Ready. 1 more. Okay, I hope your glutes are hurting because we're going to do that again. Okay, so 1 more time. We're going to go split squat and into reverse lunge. Okay, so again, from the top, you're pros now at this point. Get that nice step ahead. Straight into split squat. Again, really working on that knee. That's going to help your running, help your walking. Just being able to switch on that glute, take the pressure off some of the other muscles. Well done. Do some good sporting action this weekend as well. Anyone follow the women's Irish hockey team? They have a game today, tomorrow, and I think on Tuesday. If you want to watch that against GB, so that'll be good. Hopefully. Okay, 3 more. I'm burning. Hope you are too. And change. Really push that knee out. That's what you need to think about. And think about those hips being totally level. Nice flat plane. Whew. Nice job. 2 and 1. Now we're going to go back straight into the reverse lunge. So we're really working those glutes today. Hope you're still with me. Nearly done last of the lunges. Hopefully we'll feel this later and feel it tomorrow and just feel that satisfaction. Not like a few DOMs to remind you of all your hard work. Nine and 10. Change legs. Last one. Whew. Here we go. Get that full extension at the top, so bring the hips all the way through. using those glutes. And push that knee out. 3, 2, using that front leg. 1, and done. Woo! Who loves lunges? I love lunges. That's a red face anyway, so you can tell I'm not just making this up, I'm feeling it. Okay, the next one's a nice balance exercise, so you'll be able to catch your breath and take a bit of the pressure off. Okay, so only 2 more to go, and we're going to do them both again twice. So, okay, I'm going to open my own door because I am overheating. Oh, hopefully that's okay. Laptop, sorry. I'll have the neighbours coming by wondering what the hell we're doing in here. Okay, so we're going for the exercise we did before, like a balance exercise. So we start feet hip distance apart. Just find your balance on your right foot. We're going to lift that left knee up to hip level. So you're lifting it, and then we're going to pivot and extend it back. Single leg RDL, it's called. Romanian deadlift. And then back up to center and back to the mat. And then you're going to change legs. So I don't know, from the side. So changing legs then. Taking the weight on the other leg. Lift that knee up. Bringing it over, pivoting from the hips. Extending away. Back up to center. Back to center, sorry. Okay, change legs. So this is a real control movement. It's not about doing it fast, but thinking about each part of the movement, trying to find that nice balance, find that zen. Keep the hips level so you're not dropping the hip. Nice straight line across your hips. Back through, and then when you've brought it through, you're squeezing that glute at the top, back to center. So again, squeeze that glute on the standing leg, and we're pivoting to, and then back to center, squeeze that glute again, full extension, lock out that leg, stretching the hip, back to center. I'm going to do 3 more. Not that I remember which leg I started on, as always. And back to center. Whew. 2 more, 1 each leg. God, we'd be pros by the end of this. You're using your core as well to keep level. Not to roll around. Keep the knees stable and down. Okay, last one of this sequence. We're going to kind of keep the feet hip distance apart. Turn out those toes. Now track. You want to track your knees on those toes. So coming into a squat, but you're keeping those knees pointing out. We're coming into that squat position. Okay, we're going to do the calf work that we've done before. So 1 leg at a time, we're going to roll from heel to toe. And you're trying to keep those hips completely level. Well done. Nice job. So just going from one foot to another, nice and stable. And turn to the side. A nice low squat. If you can, the lower the better, obviously, but you want to be able to keep that chest up high and keep those hips in the exact same position. Feel the burn. Hello, quads. Doing a lot of focusing on the glutes. You want to still feel it in the glutes, and if you want to move it more into the glutes, just kind of sit back a little bit. Try and put your weight back on the heel. 3, 2, 1. Come to standing. Whew. Okay, and we're going to do that one more time, but double leg. So, okay, sitting back into it. We're going from both legs this time. So heel to toe, heel to toe. You really want to keep those hips level, chest up. Don't let that lower back arch. So take that a nice flat back. Again, you're going to lift your hips up, bones towards your rib cage a little bit. That kind of takes that pain out of your back or any kind of tightness or work. I'm using the front core. Okay, go for 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Oh, shake it out. Okay, will we be able to do our balance exercise after that? Let's hope so. Last one, last round, 2 exercises to go. Okay, let's go for the balance. Okay, shift that weight onto one leg, knee to tabletop, I suppose, hip level, and extend away. Now, if you want to bring another level into this, you're going to extend the arms as well, really stretch it out. Back to center, woo, wobbly, and back to level. Okay, second foot. That knee, extend away. You can go full superwoman on it. Back to center. Oh Lord, I think it's harder after the last exercise. Extend away. Knee back to high knee. Back to center. High knee. Pivoting from the hips. Back to high knee. Back to center. I hope you're all concentrating so hard that you're not actually looking at me doing this, because it's not pretty. Quite the wobbly. I'm going to go one more each side. Pivot the hips, extend that leg away, back to high knee, and down, high knee, pivot and extend, back to high knee, and down. Whew. Okay, who's ready for the last one? That definitely took my breath away, but another calf hit. St. Patrick's Day 5K. I like it. Sounds really good. Wake and Divine. Yeah, I have to say that was that's definitely a good recommendation, John. Hopefully, maybe someone can share some links as well with the groups of where they can find these movies. Okay, are you ready for the last one of the day? Let's do it. It's a good burner, but you'll feel that satisfaction when it's done. Okay, so feet hip distance apart, squatting down, knees out. We're going one foot at a time for the first round. So heel toe. Could do a bit of Irish dancing in some of this. Maybe that's what I should have done, a bit of a St. Patrick's Day theme. This would be a good exercise for that actually. Up on those high toes. Working those calves. Oh yeah. I'm guessing that Niamh is a good Irish dancer. You have that vibe about you, Niamh. If you're with us this morning, you'll have to confirm. But I'd probably put the price of a coffee on it. That Niamh is a good Irish dancer. Okay, you're probably like, shut up, Claire. Will you just finish this exercise? It's burning my legs. 3, 2, 1. Standing up. Woo. Okay. Let's go for one more. Full double leg calf raises. Are you ready? Okay, drop it into your squat. And we're going to go heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Well done. Use those glutes as well. sure you'll be able to switch them on after all this activation. Let's go for 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoa. There we go. Oh my lord. I'm feeling it today. Okay, I'm going to go for a glute stretch on my mat now to finish off, and you're very welcome to join me. So, here we go. Pigeon stretch, I think. I'm going to do a pigeon stretch and a back stretch. So, first, coming into high plank, and then just bring that knee up underneath you. Just sit into that pigeon stretch. Oh. You can lift the chest up as well to the wall. Get a nice stretch in the front body. And then you can come back down onto your elbows if you're feeling flexible enough. Nice job. Ease into that. Okay. Change leg. Lift that chest up high. Whew. And down onto our elbows. And then back up. Oh, nice job. Okay, I'm going to finish with just a little bit of a cat-cow. So we're going to do 2 variations of this. So you're on all 4s, and the first is we're just going to loosen out the hips only. So you keep the chest and the back, the upper back nice and stable. You're going to pivot through your hips. Try and get that mobility into the hips again. Good to recognize you're hyperextended or in hyperflexion in your back, so you find it nice and neutral. Okay, find neutral, so nice flat back, and then we're going for full cat-cow, so really like a cat stretching out of their nap, and then cow, bring that chest to the wall, cat to cow. Nice job. Cat. One more. And cow. Oh. Oh yeah. Okay. That is it for today. 50 minutes of pure body rubbing. That's what we got going. Okay. I've missed all these lovely messages coming in, but thank you very much everyone for joining today, and hope you have a lovely, lovely weekend and a lovely St. Patrick's Day, and we'll see you out for probably a nice virtual 5k on St. Patrick's Day, where the challenge is to wear green and your Sanctuary Runners t-shirt. Okay, see you guys. Have a lovely weekend. Sorry. You didn't have to stay in.